All right. This morning we're going to look into social ledger onboarding issues and such, and depending on who joins, we may get into the OAuth 9 onboarding, OAuth 9 single sign-on, and the member voting aspects. So Gary, you wanted to show us something?
Yes, I've been working on the social ledger project and tried to get up to speed on that. And I just love the project. I don't want to do anything but work on it, but I know that the thing we need to be doing is trying to get people over here to start using this, because this is really going to work. So what I've tried the obvious things, which is just tell everybody that this is great, come on over and use it, and that doesn't seem to be working, and it didn't work for me for a couple of weeks, or I don't know how long Jim has been talking about this, but it didn't work for me. So now I think we're going to have to start thinking about long-term ways of getting people over to the social ledger project. And so this morning I was fooling around on the definitions and terminology list we've got started over on GitHub. And let me see if I can. I need to move this because I can't get to my tabs. Okay, I'm going to. Jim, pause the video for a second.
Okay.
All right, we're recording again, and I've been working on issue number 88 on Google, and it's the RChain dictionary. And Kit put up gave us a good start for that over on the Google Docs site. Now, what I did was I went into it. I'm going to update it here. I'm just editing it here in the GitHub. I don't know if that's considered bad form or not, but until I get a little bit better, I'm going to do it this way. Now, notice what I'm doing up at the top here. I'm saying this document is being registered, referenced, and curated by the VPG. Your help and suggestions are most appreciated. So a person who comes down and sees this document with all these definitions, and then gets down here and sees these others that need to be added to, and I need help on these. This takes time, and they need to be done well.
Right.
But my point is, what I'm going to do right here, and this didn't take because I've got a typo in it, I guess.
You don't have a.
Yeah, I see what it is now. What can I edit in that screen? Oh, I can't edit that screen. Hey, Kit, welcome back.
Hey there.
He's come up for air, huh? So you've got.
Okay, here's what I want.
You got everything, all the needful done for the pool. Came out pretty good, huh?
Yeah. We did a presentation last night. HJ talked about RChain, and then I described the pool, and a bunch of people came up to us afterwards and came on board. And in total, we've got 238 ETH. So that puts us well over the 50K limit, and I'll be doing a transaction with Ed this evening.
So it uses the ETH price at the end of the sale, when the sale ended?
I don't know. I think so. And if they do, that was kind of a high point.
I guess it depends what price they give you.
Yeah, we have to see. So, but yeah, it worked out well. So I'm happy about it, and I'm going to have a busy Saturday morning distributing rocks, but that'll be fun.
Yeah, well, it's not too many, right? But yeah, that's a job I would dread. I don't have the discipline to be confident in playing with.
Yeah.
Okay.
27 people participated. So I had to do 27 transfers.
Well, I participated twice. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I came in with 5, and then I did 5 yesterday. 5 more.
Oh, okay. Well, that was perfect timing. Gary, you really are on a roll, man.
I know it. This social ledger thing is the best thing since sliced bread, I swear.
Well, we have to learn how to use it effectively and get people engaged.
Yeah.
What I'm doing now, kid, is these are kind of some guerrilla tactics to get people over and look at the social ledger project. So what I've done is taken your the dictionary or definitions and terminology file, and I've started doing some work on it. But at the top of it, I just put this little notice up there and say it's being referenced here. Now, if they click on that, and they're already members of.
Oh, nice.
If they're already members of Mattermost, they go right into the channel.
Right.
But if they're, did I lose? Yeah, I guess you lose the GitHub link there.
You have to go, you go back.
So, how do you?
So how come you're doing this as a comment rather than editing the document? This is was a GitHub document, and now you've done it in Markdown, or this was already in GitHub?
Yeah, it was on. It's Kit's GitHub document that I just put here on Slack because I like to be able to go back and forth between. Why isn't this?
Yeah.
Did we lose the file?
No, you didn't lose it. You shouldn't have. You have to hit more, I guess, to see the whole thing, right?
Maybe I have to refresh the screen. So you're saying I should have continued editing it over on the Google document? Yeah.
In other words, if people are going to participate in it, they can do so. The Google Doc is a good collaborative environment to participate, right?
Except the Google Doc doesn't automatically tie into the social ledger, at least yet.
Yeah.
Whereas,
yeah. I mean, you can copy and paste this back into the Google document. If you can.
Okay. Well, that's the question, because when I set up this Markdown document, I was planning that this would become the original.
Ah.
And if people want to contribute, they should edit the Markdown document and check it in. But
okay, now see, You're moving beyond my level of expertise, and so I guess I'm going to have a training session on all that you just said.
Yeah, it's very simple. But how did you lose the document?
Why did I what?
Somehow it seems like, are you in the right?
I don't know. It was 88. Did you think somebody deleted my file because it was in the wrong place and moved it?
I don't think.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I don't know what that was, but I couldn't see it before.
Yeah. Okay, so you can, so if you just hit edit here.
Yeah.
And then do Control A.
Control A?
Yeah. Oh, wrong. Sorry, cancel. Oh yeah, no, that's right. What am I thinking? Yeah, you want to copy the markdown. Control A and then Control C to copy it. Control A selects everything, and then you copy it.
I copied it.
Okay. And
go to the Google Doc now?
No. Now you go to the GitHub doc.
Where is the GitHub doc?
You don't have a link to it there?
There
should be a link to it there, but maybe there's not, huh?
Yeah.
Or it's in the middle.
Hit members.
Yeah.
Okay, and where is it?
Projects.
Projects.
In there. Dictionary.
Oh.
Now, is this document more up to date than the Google Doc?
Yeah, it has markup.
Okay. Okay. This is a better one. I'll use this one because I need all this markdown. But anyway.
Okay. So now you hit edit, right?
Yeah. Scroll up and hit that edit icon. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just paste it right in there, huh?
Yep. So whatever you added, you can just paste in there.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I'm just gonna for now. Can I just go down to the bottom and paste it, and then work from that?
Yep. Do that. That's perfect.
yeah.
Great.
Okay. And now, when you hit commit now at the bottom.
I don't see all my stuff though. Is it there and I just don't see it? Yeah, there it is. Okay. All right.
Okay, go to the bottom. Okay, and now when you hit, you don't have to commit it right now. You can work on it before you commit it, but
no, I'm going to commit it because I can't work on it right now.
Okay, commit. Okay.
Now it's saved.
Oh, wait a second. You wanted to do a pull request. You wanted to do a push.
Nah, it's done. He has check-in rights.
Right.
So it's checked in now.
Right. Anybody who doesn't have check-in right, when they say commit at the bottom, it's going to do a pull request.
Oh, I see.
Then one of us has to accept their changes or not.
I got you. All right. Well, that's part of this. That's why I avoid GitHub. I just don't know the ins and outs of it. But I'm getting better.
Right.
Okay. Now, how do I display that file marked up?
Scroll.
What?
Scroll. When you're not, it displays the markup.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I thought I had to open it again or something.
Yeah. No, it shows the mark. It shows it marked up unless you're editing.
Right.
The only time you'll see the markdown is when you're editing.
Okay. This is great because I don't know how to do any of those other things that you were doing there with the. All right. So what should I do now? Delete that thing that I started over there, or just leave it there for historical purposes?
Leave it there.
Okay. And now, where is my link at the top? Were they there? Yeah. They should work from here too, right?
Yep.
Now, see, this one here will, if they're not members, it will, what? It will help them register?
Right. That's the invite link.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, what does that invite them to? That invites them to the RChain.
Yeah, well, no, the video production group. Should I not have that one there and put the RChain one there?
Yeah, I mean, the
Let me click on it. I think it goes back to the video production group,
yeah, you don't want,
which is a different membership than the RChain, right?
right. I mean, they're
Yeah.
I mean, they become, they get joined to the whole. Well, no, they don't. Yeah, that's not the RChain Mattermost.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Yeah,
Two.
and
All right, I'll change that to the other one. If they get here, we'll bring them into the system anyway. All of the people I'm bringing over here, I'm going to probably want them to be working here in the video team rather than other places. I don't care where they work, but these are the tasks that I can say, hey, do this for me. Like I've got a guy that was talking to me from Australia saying he wants to work on some web design, and I want to get him down here in this thing called the web production group and just say, all right, set this thing up and I'll show him how to do the social ledger, and then he can go to town after that.
yeah, but it's the wrong team. Okay, it should be the content channel in the RChain. If they're doing RChain,
Right, and they are going to be RChain, but I'm going to introduce them to RChain and then show them the link over in RChain that comes over here, right? Because we're not going to.
yeah, there's already a web production team sort of in RChain issue, and they're not all going to come over here, right?
All right. So I'll move all this. I'll try to move the discussion that directly pertains to RChain back to the RChain Mattermost domain, and then we'll use this. I think people will get comfortable, though. You're going to get comfortable moving between these things pretty quickly. Yeah. Don't you think, Jim?
I'm sorry?
I think people are going to be comfortable moving between these domains rather soon, because this is the way you're going to be navigating in this whole workspace.
Well, it's a little bit difficult. Because we have, it makes it more complicated, but we really didn't have a choice. The video production group and the bring your own identity, we made separate teams because they're so cross community.
Right.
They don't belong to any community totally. So it means that people have multiple places to participate. Do a /dig space A. See what the activities are here. Whoops.
What?
It's doesn't fit much on the screen here. Can you make your do a control -sign?
Did that help?
No, it made it bigger. Control minus, not control plus.
What do you mean it made it bigger? It looks better to me. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to see more on the screen. No, the other way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good. So just so it doesn't wrap, it all fits on the page.
I'm glad you showed me that because I've been living with the wrap up until now.
Yeah, it looks, it's just easier to look at. I mean, I guess the type's a little smaller. Be nice to
See, the reason I want to get the people who are involved with these projects, get these links in all these projects is once they get over here, now once they come over to the web production group, they can do a dig A. You know, and then they click on the curate the documents associated with issue 88, and they get this.
Getting some noise there. It's probably from me.
But you see what I'm saying? If you can bring them in, I mean, you bring them in and immediately you've already got the way for them to earn some tokens, right? Oh, Jim, you're muted if you're trying to talk to me.
Okay, let's go back to the town square. Just kill that screen. Kill it.
Kill that screen.
What? Not this one.
Oh. Oh, town square. Okay, hold on. Right.
Okay, so somebody comes into the video production team. Okay, and what we want here is calls to actions. There's two actions you have listed in here that people can take part in. Participate in the social ledger trial and welcome new members. Okay, now the first thing you have is a link, which is GitHub issue numbers when possible. That's actually sounds more, that's
the norm.
A norm. And then you have the social ledger trial link, which is okay. Onboarding trial. What's the onboarding trial point to? Let's see.
That was one that you set up. Oh, no. This is one that I set up over in the, over when I was working with Patrick. And actually that should have not gone. Yeah. Outreach trial. Okay.
Now, I guess that is a little bit of a problem because not everybody's a member of the RChain. Not everybody will be a member of RChain, but that's okay. Link to the social ledger trial domain. Okay, that should be an invite link. Because the invite link will take them, oh, that's social ledger.
Well, they don't need an invite link there, do they? Because they're already inside.
No, they're in the video team, not in the lab team.
Was
okay, so
well, wait a minute. You know what? I think a better solution to that would have been if. Wait, why did I do that? I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the confusion of having all these different teams is they have to, join the team. Now,
maybe I should have had this description right here better. Instead of link to onboarding trial, which doesn't make any sense, it should be link to the onboarding trial directory on RChain.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, and that's what I wanted it to be.
Or just link to RChain onboarding.
Okay. All right.
If you put it, the problem is if you put an invite link, it always takes them into the main channel. You can't onboard them into a specific channel.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so
oh, Jim, and one thing I thought about, see this one down here, use pause button when recording tutorials to compose thoughts. That was a norm that I came up with while we were chatting in the channel. So
right.
when you have a norm that you know where it came from, you put the link to the discussion.
Right. Okay, and you know, if you support the norm, you should probably hit the check mark. Which you did.
I did.
Yeah, you did. I'm looking at my screen. I did.
Oh, okay.
What I would do here is, you know, when people come in here and if they assume that they type /dig activities, you know, I put at the top there for info type /dig activities. See that?
Say it again, Jim.
At the top, I put in the header for info type /dig activities.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. I can't see it right now because of that. Okay.
Okay, so what I would suggest is, you know, there's several major activities here in their channels.
Yeah.
So I would put in here, the key channels, so that you would have a you could put links in to the key channels having to do with the video production. Okay, try to focus on video production. This is what we're onboarding people to do. We could say summaries and transcript channel and have that link to the channel.
Okay, I got you.
So when they come in here,
and you could in the link there on the screen, you can put more information about what goes on there. Then you can see just in the directories over on the left.
Well, they're not going to see it when they come in. They're not going to have any other channels. They won't.
Well, that's right. That's right. They're not going to see any channels.
They're not going to see any channels. That's why I'm suggesting that you put the link into that you put in the link as the into the activities.
Okay.
For the major things that it's like when somebody comes in here, what do they want to participate in?
Oh, that's a good idea. Just the major activities, and then let them discover the rest of them on their own.
That could be a norm. Hit more channels to see what else is going on.
Right.
And you know, we don't want to make it too busy.
No, I know. I've been thinking about that myself. So the best way when I've got one of these in here that I've done wrong is just delete it and do it again the correct way?
Yeah, do you know how to delete it?
Yeah, go use the palette to delete.
Right.
Doesn't matter which one I use, does it?
Actually, it doesn't, because it's going to give you all the activities in that channel.
There we go.
What happened? Just slow?
Yeah, it was. Which one was the offender? Here, let me go back. It's the GitHub issue numbers when possible should be a link. No, it should be a norm. But I've got a link. I've got a link in it, but that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, we want to put a link in anything we can.
Okay, so make it a norm, but leave it the way it is otherwise.
Well, yeah, I don't think you can change the type. I think you're going to have to re-add it. And I mean, it's not important, but it's something, you know, you want to do.
But anyway, I'm gonna delete this one right now just to see what happens. I've only done it once. So that is the one. I thought they used to have an X by them, though.
You have to right-click on it.
Oh.
Oh, no, you just click on it. I thought it was a right-click, really. I mean,
That gives me an Explorer. I thought, what does the plus do?
that's it. Adds another. That's to add another activity, but I didn't know that worked yet.
See, something. Oh, I can't get it. I can't get it to pick up.
I mean, I'm trying it now. It should be a right click. Now it's where when I right click, I get the.
Oh, but you're in the app. I'm in the browser.
I'm in. It doesn't. No, I'm in the app.
You're in the app. I'm in the browser.
Yeah, I'm in the browser too. I mean, when you click.
Oh, you are in the browser. Okay.
Yeah, this is a web page with the tiles on it. Go back to the tiles. And are you sure you're right clicking? Are you moving the mouse? I don't understand.
No, I know what it is, Jim. Now it's something over that thing.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, I got it now. But what? There's something over this that's hiding that particular tile. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You deleted it now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but actually in the user interface, there is a bug where when you hover over the leftmost tile, you don't get the buttons that you get on the other ones.
Yeah.
So if you hover over this one, then, yeah, so there's a button missing here and here. If you hover over one of the ones in the middle, then you'll see all the corner buttons, so to speak.
I see. So we should be. Interesting. So I will.
Okay, and I needed to get that was the wrong link in there anyway. So that's good that I deleted it.
Clear my stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of my drawing, but it's just not cooperating.
There he goes.
I was just impressed that you could do it.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to do it. I mean, I have seen it, but I don't remember where it is.
Yeah, it's a totally handy thing.
Okay. Sorry.
So,
Okay, I think I'm done. Unless what else have we got here?
I think that's it. You know, just think about somebody coming in for the first time and what activity they may want to get involved in.
All right.
Try to put it, you know, make it explicit, such and such channel. You know, it can be links, but they can be active links in that it can be join transcripts, summary and transcript channel or something. Try to be a little more explicit as to what's in there, as to just if you can give a little more information than just the channel name. But,
all right. You know, like join video, work study, channel, or something like that. Just so when somebody comes in, they can join an activity right away, and that includes, you know, I guess you know, people aren't used to the fact that the activities are going to be, you're going to have more detailed activities when they go into one of the channels. And that's kind of what why I'm prompting in a number of the channels to do is /dig activities or /dig A in the header. But when we say that, they should get a list of all the things they're probably going to want to be interested in doing when they do that. Okay, yeah, I think that you've touched on some things that we should think about for these home channels. We might even come up with a more unified best practice on these home channels for so people get comfortable with what they see in these home channels. Now we can get a little more creative in the sub channels, but we might even have a team whose job it is to go around and unify the town square channels.
Yeah, and the other thing that I think we have some of, and is that you know, we can, you know, is that thing where we're directing people to another channel that's related. Okay, I'm not sure the RChain onboarding channel is related to the video production, but
except I'm pitching all this to the marketing group, and they're all tied up in video production.
Yeah, but you know,
and also I see this model that we're using here just immediately, you know, being copied by a web design group, you know, where they have their own domain, like we've got a video production group domain.
yeah.
Because they could actually help all of these different projects that are gathering here.
Yeah.
And
I'm working on getting some people involved. Actually, Gurinder's wife, Bapinder, is interested. She may get involved and get other people involved. But
I've got to let my cat outside. She's
all right.
When a new user joins Mattermost, they are automatically put into a couple of channels.
2 channels.
2 channels. Is that configurable?
No, it's not configurable. They're always put in town square. Now, even if you remove town square, the URL is still town square.
I see.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I've got a question in regards to these circles and channels. Can you only have one circle in a channel?
Right.
Okay. All right.
Right. For every circle you have a channel.
Okay.
You can always add a channel. And those people who aren't on the team, they aren't members, are generally considered observers. I mean, if someone's really participating, they should be added as a member.
Yeah, but the rule of thumb is if somebody goes into a channel that they think they're interested in and don't see a circle there, then they should they should understand that they are the de facto team leader of that group if they will just go ahead and start it.
Yeah. My thinking is a person who causes a channel to come into being can be assigned the guide role by default if nobody else comes to the table.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't have to be a guide. But
well, you would think it's the person that creates the circle who's going to be because you can create channels and not even understand the social ledger.
Right. I'm not saying make them a guide necessarily, but you can add actually, Mattermost doesn't tell you who created it, but except that it does show who was.
It's in the log.
Yeah, who was first added anyway.
Well, wait a minute. You're right. You could create the channel, and if you never go back there, there's no connection. Huh. I keep thinking we should just close the Slack and onboard people straight into the Mattermost.
Yeah.
Or leave the Slack as it is, but change the onboarding to Mattermost, or change the new user, because I don't think they even need to see anything but social ledger.
Yeah, I would certainly approve of inviting the public to the Mattermost.
It's a no-brainer. I mean, it's what this is for. They've solved the problem of the abuser, I believe. Of the trolls who come in, and the trolls are going to see so much work being done that they're going to not bother.
Yeah, that's a faint hope, I think. I mean, the trolls are also busy scamming, right? I don't know if you noticed or if you received a direct message from a fake Lawrence today.
No, but I saw somebody join last night that I thought, wait a minute, why is he joining the main channel now? And I thought, this may be a scam, but I couldn't see what they had changed in the name. But but there's so many little things you could twist. But yeah, I do. I think I saw him join last night, but I didn't get the private message from him.
Okay, well, you did see a scammer joining, and he did private message some people with a scam message asking you to send ETH to an address because the sale was over and they had some extra left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw that.
and
I saw somebody talk about it in the channel.
Yeah, it was a perfect copy of Lawrence, just like they did with you. Copied his avatar and everything. And to be honest, it got me. I mean, I didn't actually do anything, but I read the message and I thought, what the fuck are they doing? The sale is over and they have stuff left over and, So, yeah. It's dangerous. It works.
Yeah, we need to put on one of these circles that is involved with these ICOs and things like that in sales. We need to have a scam strike force that knows to start warning everybody very quickly about the type of scams that are going to be inevitable whenever money starts changing hands.
Yep.
You get so many people that are just they're uncertain enough about a lot of things that people hit them at a stressful time and they make bad decisions.
Yep. It's guaranteed to happen. So you just have to come up with some methodologies to help deal with it. You can't stop it. I mean, if people start coming to Mattermost, we'll have the same problem on Mattermost.
Yes, yes.
But it sounds, going back to our project as opposed to the scammer problem, it sounds to me like we should, in terms of the onboarding funnel, it makes sense to try to funnel people into the RChain Mattermost, and then they'll land in a somewhat familiar environment in terms of the channels and everything that they could join. And if you want, inside that dictionary doc, you can move those links you made all the way to the top of the document so that when everybody looks at it, they're at the top.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. And I've got another thing that I was going to try, but I didn't have time.
Well,
when I click,
an important concept is doubly linking between the social ledger and Mattermost and GitHub and all these things, providing those double links.
That should be a norm. That should be a norm, but I don't know what it's called. Jim, I've heard y'all talking about the double linking before, but we need a real catchy phrase for it.
Yeah, well, there's double linking in terms of links between the circles, and that's actually part of sociocratic governance.
Links between circles, okay.
Okay.
And those would be actual links that we make between our own channels.
Well, that too, but I mean the basics, it's sort of separated now into the circle links, and then we have the links between the social objects themselves. The channel is a social object. The GitHub issue is a social object.
All right.
Um, so we want to be able to navigate between our social objects.
Yeah, occasionally I get that sense and I think, oh, wow, this is so cool. I can just click links and move to the different places that I need to attack this problem.
Right. And then you know, I guess I'm trying to take some notes here. I don't know what to say really, but I put the link to the login here.
Yeah, there's an interesting concept there that we need to get a name that Gary just brought up, because you have this double linking, and the double linking is a bi-directional link between two circles, but you also have this situation where you have kind of a star link where one thing is linked to many things, and those are all double linked, but it could be linked to 5 things. So you'd have 5 double links between Mattermost and GitHub and Discord or this or that or something. And yeah, I'm going to think about it. But that's a really interesting point in terms of describing the network. That it's a graph, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a graph in the sense of social graph. Probably if there was a graph developer here, he'd say, oh, that's a foobar.
Mike Stay would say a graph-enriched Levere theory. I always try to use that in my daily conversation. What is
okay, if you can think of any other points that stuck out, if you could add them to the notes, that would be good. We're coming on the top of the hour. The 2 other topics that I wanted to introduce, and we can always come back to this if we want to do more, are the OAuth 2 single sign-on.
Have you ever tried anything like this, Jim?
Who's that guy over to the side? You put in a bogus name?
His name is I don't know. I don't see how do I see the name? Some of them don't show the name.
It's probably because it's moving. If you hover over it, it should. No.
See, a lot of them don't. Like I do, and Alex, you do.
I see. The person has no full name, and I don't know. Does this only show full names? That may be it. Because the idea was that a person wanted to be anonymous, they could set their full name to be something anonymous.
But I don't think it's picking up even the anonymous thing there on those.
Well,
anyway, maybe a setting.
Yeah, it looks like they're not showing the user ID. So if a person has a blank full name, they won't be shown.
If you take this,
Yes, actually, sorry to interrupt you, Gary, but that is true, and I think it's a bug because I don't have a full name, so my name never shows up. And it should go back to whatever name there is.
Yeah. It should say anonymous.
Well, there has to be something filled in. And if it's not a full name, it should fall back to the first name.
The idea was that some people don't want their name.
Right, but that's why the code should fall back. And if there is no full name, then it should use the first name.
You mean the username?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
because that is public.
yeah, that's an argument probably need to make in the social ledger channel.
Yeah.
Show anonymous or
sorry, I'll stop doing this.
or username.
Well, actually, would you share again, Gary?
Yes.
Because I think I am in this channel. I think this is me. It could be another K, of course. But if you hover over it, you will not see my full name because I did not fill in a full name.
Which one?
This K here, the green K.
This one.
Yeah, I think that's me. And
Looks like it. I mean, with the number of connections, I would think so.
no, maybe. Okay.
What about the other connection, the other K, the orange K?
Yeah, that could be me too.
Yeah.
But in any case, what I'm saying is I did not fill in a full name. I only filled in a first name or a username, but you can see that it knows that I am a K. And so the code for this SVG should have a fallback where if full name doesn't exist, then use username.
Well, it was that way, but there was some concern that revealing the username without the person's permission was wrong. Of course, the full name has the same problem. They have to know that the full name will be disclosed. The full name they use will be disclosed. Now, the assumption is you didn't fill in a full name because you wanted to be anonymous. That's the assumption.
What did you put, Kit? Did you put Kit Blake, one word?
Yes.
What you should do is break it into 2 words. I bet it would take it.
No,
he
he put in nothing. He has an empty, nothing for the full name. Nothing.
Oh, I see. It's a different field. Okay.
Right. So I always do that partially to test the systems.
Right.
Because I've been there.
This was done on purpose because it was showing the username, and that was people had concerns about that.
But can you see the usernames of the members of a group in the channel?
You can, okay, but on some teams, it's membership is by invitation only, and the idea is that that they have to get into it. I don't know if we're going to allow people to join all these groups indefinitely, or if it's they're going to have to,
yeah, I can see why some of them probably don't want to.
Yeah. So So when a group is invitation only, then the only way you can see the usernames of the group members is to get in the group.
Right.
Okay, well, that makes a certain amount of sense.
And you know, the Dig Life Mattermost is for members only. Okay, and they have their own social graph, which is also public, you know, displayed to these web pages that show the graphs are public.
Right. Yeah.
And so we probably see nothing when you commit to an activity. We probably don't see your name either.
Oh, so those SVGs are public? They're not behind the login?
Right. They could be put there, but that means getting our single sign off and OAuth set up properly. Right now we have OAuth. So what we did yesterday with Gurinder, and I can show you.
You want me to stop sharing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you guys may not be particularly interested in this, but I just to keep you up to date is we set up a integration, or which is an OAuth 2 application. Whoops. And we added a Kanban to divvydow.org, and we said its callback is the callback address for this. So for every application, and actually we can use this, we can add more URLs to this, and use the same integration for the social ledger and for Kanban and some Kanboard and some other things. So I probably could have given this a more general name, you know, and probably change it. But the Kanboard has integration settings, okay, which we still have to figure out all the values that need to be put in here because they don't seem to be well documented anywhere. So we didn't quite get it to work. Well, it's trying to work. If we look at the Kanboard here, I simply put in a sample project, and this is a task board. Okay, and this task board will integrate with GitHub. I haven't tried that yet, but for many of our projects that we're using, we may want to be able to put in well, for Dig Life, for example, they're looking at using either Kanboard or a WeCan. It's not clear a WeCan will support the kind of integrations that we have here. We can, this is software we use ourselves. We do it ourselves. We want to use it for Divi and other things. When we use GitHub, we are exposing our members to tracking. And there are some people that will only use GitLab, or they won't use public services like Slack and GitHub because they don't want to be tracked. This is pretty rich in supporting webhooks and integrations. And I'm going to try to get I'm going to get help for the missing field. And that's actually in the log from yesterday. And the third thing was the member voting. Okay, and Jake was going to set something up. I attempted to build my Ether wallet. Is this in here? I don't have there. Yeah, attempt to build wallet failed. And the let's see, the error was
Okay, guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna sign off.
okay. Very good.
See you later, Kit.
Okay, good to catch up.
All right. Okay, so I will fill in the error. That we had on that. So I'm concerned about whether, you know, getting this developed before the member meeting, unless we can find some more participants.
Well, they're bringing. I mean, if anybody can type 2 sentences plainly over in the channel, they're inviting everybody to Discord. What about the idea of piping the output of the social ledger bot into a channel over on the other 2 platforms?
That's interesting.
Because once they start seeing all those tokens being claimed for things that they can do better than I can do, what effect would that have?
Yeah, well, I guess the main thing is getting permission from Ian to do it.
That's why I put that one post in the bridge channel to hope somebody would see the benefit of that and then say, Ian should be pretty positive about Mattermost.
The only one problem with the social ledger channel is It's got everybody's team in there, not just RChain. The social ledger log.
Oh. Well, then we have to come up with the, did we just filter it for our chain business? How would we do that?
Well, that's a good question. That was the other thing, the other topic was the matter bridge.
That would be pretty easy to do. I mean, anything that I do over here is related to RChain, because I feel like if I help these other related groups in areas that we're also interested in, we're developing connections that are going to help us in the long run. If they're already this close and are sharing a common platform that makes these collaborative projects between even semi competitive groups possible, because you can divide the concerns so easily and share data so easily between all the different users.
Matter bridge. How come? I don't know which is the real matter bridge here. Is this the real manager? 42 limb. Okay, this is a bridge between IRC, Getter, everything.
Are you looking at Ian's notes at the top of that? I'm sorry, you're looking at Ian's notes?
No. Okay.
Oh.
Matter bridge is the tool that Ian is using. I didn't see his notes, I don't think. They're in the GitHub issue, I guess.
No, they're in the bridge channel on Mattermost at the top of it, I think. I'll go look while you're looking at that.
Okay, well, what I wanted to show you was that this connects almost everything to everything.
The Matter Bridge.
Yeah. And
is that our next step then?
Well, our next step is getting permission, right? We have to get permission. Whoa! What do I do?
What did you do?
I clicked on the link again. So get permission to link. From Ian. The first question is what to link.
Oh, it would be easy to filter. All we have to look for is the domain. If it's in the common domain, we want to see it over on Discord.
Well, let's see what we can do with the tool. Okay, this is
I mean the community domain.
Okay, I installed this on DiviDAO. That'll work.
You did?
Yeah, I didn't configure anything though.
Okay.
Okay, and what this consists of are these channels where we can configure what channel we want to on what server and what team.
What team? Is that a circle? No.
Well, no, that's a whole domain. The whole domain.
The domain. So that would be like community.
Well, which should be RChain now. I think he fixed it.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Okay, or it should, or it's video production group, whatever.
Whatever it is. Okay.
Okay, could be Divvy Dow. Okay, any of the any of the main domains that we have in either that includes all the ones in Divvy Dow, and in RChain we just have the one community, which I changed the name to RChain, but too late. And it got called community because I set up separate teams here for the community, for the activists, for the staff, and we have another team for transcripts here. I guess we don't use it. I don't think we use it. I'm the only member.
Oh, you have a team for transcripts? Is that what you said?
Yeah, we're not using it. I mean,
No. You know, I don't see that one either, and I'm a little bit puzzled why I don't see it.
well, if we look at the team settings, we'll say allow any user with an account in the server to join. It says no.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so we make them available to join if we set this to yes. That's why I'm the only member, and I created a number of these teams that are not active, you know, and I need to delete them, but deleting them is sort of a pain.
Oh,
Sort of waiting for them to come up with the delete function.
yeah, I created that marketing trial up there, which I wished I hadn't, but anyway.
What marketing trial?
Maybe you don't see it. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Why can't I? If I go to team settings on it,
Did you do it in the RChain?
Yeah.
Or did you do it in the Divvy?
there it is. No, it's in the RChain.
Yeah.
You see it now?
Well, why do you?
Refresh.
Why? You should leave it hidden.
Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted you to see it.
I should see.
I'll hide it again. Or maybe you can hide it. I don't know.
I could if I could see it, but I don't see it here. Maybe if I leave here and come back. I don't know if there's a way to refresh this. The only way I found to refresh, in other words, it doesn't say. It doesn't say join a team.
That's weird. I don't see it either now. I mean, I see the team, but I don't.
If there's no teams to join, it won't show the choice.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go to settings, and I'm going to click on RChain Co-op, and that should refresh it. That's the only way I found to refresh things. It takes a while. Okay, and now if I go here, I still don't see it.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were. I didn't think you were trying to see it anymore. I put it back to. You want me to try to show it again?
No, that's okay. I mean, this works. But it looks like it doesn't work right away necessarily because I couldn't see it. But it works everywhere else. The teams that are visible, people can join.
Okay.
Um, so prefix message with Nick, true. Remote Nick format. Protocol, Nick. I don't know what IRC free node channel testing, gateway in and out. I wonder what gateway is. IRC.free node. I guess this is for IRC stuff. We look at the Slack. Oh, here's Discord. Here's between Slack and Discord. Okay, so we would have a mattermost section like this, which we would have to give to Ian, and Ian would do this, or he would give us a token. Now, I don't know what general means. Oh. So this, okay, so the gateway tells what channels we're linking, huh? Okay, this just tells what teams we're linking, what teams we're making available, and this shows the actual link. So I guess the best thing we can do here is get a discount to a Discord token.
You know, and another thing that I don't think it matters so much that other teams are using the social ledger bot channel because they're so related to what we're doing. And anybody can filter that at any time for their own needs.
Yeah. What I don't see here is any way we can filter the which things we allow or disallow. Okay?
To be bridged to travel across the bridge?
Yeah, it's going to bridge all the messages. Okay, there is
I
one.
think I'm guessing that this bridge wants you to do that first. It wants you to know what channel, it wants you to know a channel that it can send everything. So it's wanting you to do the filtering on your side.
I don't know what you mean. I mean, we're everything entered in the channel, one channel is going to be sent to the other channel.
Right.
Okay, with this tool. Okay.
So in other words, it's not. I mean, so really, we're talking about building another channel and then bridging that between Mattermost and Discord. So it's our channel definition that controls what goes over, and not how we filter the channel.
So, I don't know why it's different with HTTPS. Okay, it says create a dedicated user account specifically for MatterBridge first. It will not relay messages from yourself if you use your account. Okay,
That statement, it will not relay messages from yourself if you use your account, may be true, but I'm not sure it was helpful.
well, if you're participating in the channel on Mattermost, right? Then your messages won't, and you use the login, and you use your own login and password here. Okay, it's not going to send your own messages to yourself, so to speak.
Okay.
Right? It sends you other people's messages. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it does, but I'm still going to have to think about it a while.
Yeah. I mean, there's several ways to look at it. I mean, one is you are sending the message, so why would you want to receive it? It's like you send an email, it doesn't copy it to yourself unless you add yourself as an address. Right? All these messages are sent as you in the other channel, but if whatever login and password you put here. Okay, the other way to look at it is if it relayed messages from the account, it would create an infinite loop.
Now that occurred to me, and that's what I think that they're trying to warn you about, or not to warn you about, but it may just be reassure you that this is not going to happen.
Right. Well, it wouldn't create an infinite loop because it doesn't send messages.
Right.
It doesn't relay the messages.
Okay. Now that makes sense.
Okay, well, we're on an hour and a half now. Do you want to cover anything else?
No. That's all I have for today. I need to take a break myself.
Okay.
But you see what I'm saying about filtering the thing? I don't think we filter at the bridge time. We filter at the channel building time. And whatever we're using to, it looks like we're going to have to get in the code and filter these things at the code level. That sounds like something that.
Yeah. Right now, we only have the one log. Everything goes to into the DiviDAO. Whoops. Why is it asking me to sign in? It shouldn't. So now I will go to, this is that dumb client, which I really don't recommend using the client. I think the social ledger works better right in the browser than the Mattermost with Mattermost.
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking that I don't even want to use the client. Now they're going to tell me it has some features that I can't live without, but I love the system the way it is now.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't use the client. I'm just using it, so I'm familiar with it, really. And I actually found a bug in it with integrations. Like you have to use the browser in some cases.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, so in the lab channel, the Dig Life Lab, okay, in the social ledger bot channel, okay, we can see that the video team, which is mostly what's in here lately. I mean, been doing a lot there. But here's one in the domain DiviDAO. Okay, so if we put this into Discord, it would have a lot more than RChain in it. It would have everything.
Yeah.
Everything in the trial. Now that might be okay if Ian doesn't object. We can just link this channel to.
And if he says that's okay with all the other stuff, then we're good to go. But if he says, but then you have to say, well, what if we found a way to filter it just to the RChain stuff?
Yeah, well, what we would want to do is we would want to have a facility in the social ledger.
Yeah, we could have our own bot that does nothing but.
Yeah. In other words, the code where it sends this to the channel.
Right.
Okay, we could have it send stuff to the particular channels. So DiviDAO could have a bot channel where only the bot stuff would go.
Right.
So everything would come here, but the ones that were DiviDAO would go to the bot channel in DiviDAO. That would be ideal. The issue there is configuring it and getting the permissions and all that stuff. I mean, in order to get this set up, he only had to really hard code one channel for one team. Now, when we add a team, there's no place in the configuration we can say where to put things. And we would need to get the credentials for each team that we wanted to link. So there would probably need to have a configuration somewhere where in DiviDAO we would have an integration, okay, which would be an incoming webhook. And we can see there's nothing here. Now, I don't know if it's going to give me the right thing when I go into this. If I go into the Lab Good Life, and I go into the integrations there, I should see the incoming webhook. Okay, and I see the social ledger here. Okay, and I have, there's secrets associated with this that allow us to post to that channel. So we would need to somewhere configure any channel where we were going to have the logs come in for the team. And it's not clear how we would do that. Well, we would set up the team. Then we would get we would get the webhook credentials and have to put them in the configuration for the social ledger. I guess we can request that feature. I mean, right now, RChain's doing all the updates. He really is not ready for other people to get in his way.
That was my thinking. I was thinking we're going to have to figure out a way to do it ourselves.
Well, we can. I mean, we control the source code, but we would have to do it. I mean, I think it's it's a feature that should be in the social ledger, and we can develop it in cooperation with Jim.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to let you go.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jim. I'll speak with you soon, and have a good weekend.
Okay, and see if you can get the make it so that when somebody types dig activities, the things they want to do in there. Like I said, Grinder's wife is going to be coming in, and other people are going to be coming in, and the instruction will be, do/dig activities to get involved in activities. All right, later.
Later.